Good morning, traders. So we are still using the Bill Williams theory and looking at the DAX for our daily review. Now, if we look at the weekly, we are in a pretty strong downward channel. Okay, so we are in a very strong downward channel. We are coming up to test the top of this channel, but it is also the previous breakout. So if you look at these tails here, that is a fairly significant area that we're coming up to. Okay, so my bias is obviously still to the downside on the higher time frames, but we obviously need to trade what we see on the lower time frames. Now you can see the oscillator is grouped to the upside, indicating that we are a little bit tired and overbought, coming up into a fairly interesting zone. We have broken through the alligator. Okay, alligator is starting to point up on the daily, so that is another signal that we may have a turnaround here. So, but what we do need to see is a break above, well, pretty much on the daily, we need to break above this area here of 11,567 or 11,570. So that's kind of the area that we need to break above for, the uptrend to be confirmed on the daily. So coming up into this area here, you can see we've got a nice big engulfing candle on the previous day, but that could also be seen as an exhaustion bar. Okay, so we could see a bit more of a rally and then sideways, or another 2 days of rally onto this top trend line and then a sell-off. Okay, bear in mind we do have quite a big gap up here, so that would act as a magnet. And there's a gap, but I strongly suspect that this zone that I've drawn in here, which is the weekly, so where I got it off, is basically the low of this pin bar and this pin bar on the weekly. Okay, so let's just get down to the 4 hour and we'll have a look what we can do here. So we have broken above the 200 moving average, 200 EMA on the 4 hour, which is fairly significant, coming up to a level, right? But I do suspect we're going to get some kind of selling happening in this area. It's a weekly level. It hasn't been tested yet. They've tried a couple of times to come and test it. So this is what I'm expecting the bears to be waiting for. Okay, so they're waiting for price to get into the zone and then start selling. Okay, so that to me is an area that I'm looking for at shorts. And you can see there is a gap over there. Stop loss would be pretty much above this orange line here. Okay, so what you're looking for is price action. Let's say it comes off in the middle here, so you'll be looking at a 80-point stop loss. Okay, just bear in mind that you want to see price action. So in other words, you want to see some kind of like a engulfing bar or a pin bar or something off this level before you start chasing this. Okay, because what it could do is it could run all the way past this stop level and all the way up to close the gap, which would line up with the top of the channel, and that would be the area to look for shorts. Okay, so that's kind of my play at the moment. If we just get to the 1 hour, you can see a bit of a slow day, and then we've got a bit of a double top here. Okay, so that's kind of diversions where price made a new high. This could be an exhaustion bar as well, but it isn't at a level, so I wouldn't give it that. Wait for it to get to a level. But yeah, there's a lot of warnings happening here. You can see we tried to get the level here, fell off. Tried again. We have made a new high, which is pretty critical. But what I'm looking for is some kind of price action off in this area here. Okay, so this area is pretty much 11,000. So it's 11,000, and the top one is 11,040. Okay, so yeah, so that's kind of my view. If you are sitting long at the moment, no reason to get out. Okay, but we are heading into a zone where I do suspect we're going to get some sellers. So there would be a short opportunity up here. May just be a scalp. In other words, it may just be a pullback to come and test breakouts. And there is our breakout. Okay, so that's previous high. It's now an inside tail, and that is our breakout. So you're looking for price to go up here and then come down to this area where would be an opportunity for another long. Okay, but ideally what you want to see is you want to see the oscillator group to the downside like this on the hour at least before you get back in for a long. Okay, so that's kind of my take on this at the moment. Looking for shorts off this level. It may only be a scalp, but I'm not in on this long, so it's pointless getting in at this level here. It's too close to, oh, it's way too close to this weekly level. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking for. Just looking for price action to give me something. And I'll look for it on sort of on the 12 or like 15-minute chart to see if I get the price action off that. Okay, so yeah, that's it for me today. Hope it helps. And yeah, so it's shorts off the top. And if we do pull back, if we do open with a sort of a flat top and then pull back to come and test either this swing high here of 10,970 or alternatively that swing high of 10,944. Yeah, that would be an area for longs as well. Okay, and we could even drop further, which would be ideal, just dropping along to one of these other tails here. And that would give me an entry for a long. But anyway, I'm looking for shorts in this area. I strongly suspect we're going to get a sell-off up here, which may be a fairly strong sell-off. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today. Hope it helps. Enjoy your day, enjoy your weekend, and I'll catch you next week. Cheers for now.